Live now is what Trust says, and I take his word for that one. Hi everybody, we're back with the Osu Catch World Cup 2021 edition. I am here with my dear Sekre. How are you doing, my friend?
Hello, hello. Thank you, Sarden, for the introduction. We're back. We got some more matches. One more match for today, followed by a few more matches tomorrow. This time it's going to be Chile versus Canada. This is the fourth time that they're going to be playing within the last 2 years. So these guys know each other probably more than any other team in the whole tournament.
Perhaps, yeah. He came up with this stat, by the way. I didn't fact check it, but I'm gonna assume that that Sekre is very right on this one. And yeah, they've always been exciting games. I've been told by you as well. Last year was a 7-5 game in favor of Chile, is what you told me. I actually can't recall.
I made sure to look at it just before we got on. Don't worry.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was just thinking I had a brain for shrimp, but we both do, I think. So there you go. That makes sense. And this year, again, semi-finals, Chile versus Canada. I'm not entirely sure if the lobby is like on its way already. It does seem to be the case that they've already banned by this time too. Chile won the roll with a 68 roll, and Canada had a 63. Pretty close. And then Chile opted for a ban. No, actually, Canada, of course, first banned on Sor Ike. Go for it, the hidden 2 pick. And then Chile went for Showdown as a ban. Double time 1, that is. So they're going to be able to pick first as well. They're going to do that now, I assume. But we're still swapping onto that match. We'll be right there. Hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be the final game of the day, indeed, as Sekre already mentioned. Tomorrow we'll have more. We'll have especially a lot of loser bracket matches incoming. I think only loser bracket matches. Yeah, only loser bracket matches.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty surprised by the bans though. Hidden 2 from Canada seems kind of expected because Chile, of course, known as a very, very, very strong hidden team. Even though Canada can hold their own on hidden, obviously. But double time 1 from Chile seems a bit interesting considering that they do have the players to be able to play that AR9 kind of map.
True, but for some reason, it always seems like Chile tries to avoid double time anyway, despite the fact that they have some really good players on their end for double time. I'm not entirely sure what the factor is for that, but always seems to be the case for some reason. Even though they could definitely beat 90% of the teams in this tournament on the double time, like consistently, including Canada. I mean, not like 100% surely, but big. They have a good shot at it, I would say, too. So not maybe the most efficient ban, but otherwise, what would you go for as Chile in this position? Like no mod or maybe hard rock? I'm not entirely sure either. So
yeah, I'm not even sure. Really, it'd probably be no mod for the side of me, but it does seem like we are going to be getting into the first map. It's going to be the hidden 3 pick. Zanjimairi, I think it is. I don't even want to pronounce that anymore. Whew.
oh, poor thing.
That's just 2 words on a game.
Pronouncing names. Oh, true. We don't want to do that. Commentators are not meant to be saying things and pronouncing things, obviously, as all of you know.
Of course.
But, I'm indeed, like you said, maybe normal 2 would have been a good ban for Chile, actually, looking at the team of Canada, but that's not the case today. They're going to go for that double time ban, and they are going to start off with hidden, which is very reasonable on this 8.3 pick. And we have Eldenel, Pekorat, and Lechu frequently asked questions 35p. Which is, I don't think that stands for.
You don't want to say that, don't you? Yeah, inside of Canada, we got Zakarian, Unlucky W, formerly known as Fast Yoshi, and then Henrik. Henrik does get that first miss on a little staircase right there. Nothing too major.
And then Pekarot is going to follow up with Eldenel, and Henrik is going to do another miss over there. That means that Canada has a combo advantage. Indeed, they're taking up the lead here early on into the map, but no matter. It's 3 minutes and 18 seconds long, so there's plenty of time for Chile to make a comeback, or maybe Canada can surprise us, just not miss for the entirety of the remainder of the map, which is very unlikely, but who knows.
Anything's honestly possible with these players.
Pull a nice little trick out of your hat, will you? Let's see. Everybody's getting back to the 200 combo range by now. Pickford has just reached it. Eldenel and Henrik following it up. It's going to get a little more intense in a bit.
Yeah, this part is usually where we see some misses, seeing 2 misses from the side of Canada from Unlucky W and Henrik. Chile still holding pretty strong.
Yeah, they making a nice comeback over here. Lechu's the other one to miss afterwards, I should say. Wait, yeah, Lechu in the case of Chile.
Yeah, it's actually pretty
That's
large of a gap. I didn't expect it to be 60,000 already. But those two misses from Unlucky W and Henrik are pretty brutal at this point. Henrik finding even more misses.
Yeah, Henrik is missing quite often actually over here. Another miss there, just very much undershooting that note.
Does trade it over though.
Yeah, but it seems like Henrik keeps on consistently missing again over there. Doesn't really seem to be building up a combo over 50 at all on parts like these. And he's just not really too comfortable on this, is he?
Yeah, it seemed like he took a little moment to kind of refresh his hands. I saw him kind of stand still for like half a second. So maybe his hands weren't like in the right position. Who knows?
Perhaps, yeah, I saw that too. Letchu also missed on Chile, so maybe that will help Canada a bit, but not really because Henrik keeps on missing consistently.
But
big
look at
team
that.
miss there though for Chile.
Oh yeah, Zarkarian's still holding the FC too, and Unlucky W has that combo to hold it. They do have a pretty big combo.
Good at hitting.
Yeah, but Henrik is kind of dragging the team down single-handedly at this point because look at that scoring difference: 711, 655, and then 440. It's kind of rough if you have your third player not really performing up to your first and second player. But even then, it's still looking like they could possibly bring it back.
They're trying their best, but Henrik's moving are very unstable. Eldenell's gonna miss again though. He's not happy about it too. You can see, and Letchu missing too. Actually, that scoreboard is going towards Canada, but Unlucky and Zakarian both missing. He's probably going to crush that dream right now because everybody just resets. That means that Chile should have the advantage, only very slightly, but that's an advantage nonetheless, and we are already nearing the end of the map. More misses there, though, for Eldenell and Pekarat. Oh, it's pretty close here.
No, that's it. You got a double miss right there.
Yeah, that's going to be it indeed. Spinner here, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much the map. Few notes there at the end, but nothing major once again. Nah, Canada not quite being able to match the level of Chile, but Zakarian actually being the MVP of the lobby by quite a distance too, at 940,000 points.
Yeah, I believe he only had 2 misses. Yeah, 2 misses right there. Henrik, 54 misses, not really what he was expecting, I'm sure. I know he can do definitely a lot better than that. So hopefully he can kind of pull it together for the next map.
Yeah, Letchu also with 3 misses in total. Very nice play, but very unfortunate to see Henrik perform like this. Not too keen on playing hidden anyway, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, AR 8.3 for some people is just really hard to do anything on the AR 9, and it goes to show once again for even top players such as Henrik not quite being able to match the level of the rest of the lobby at all, really. Henrik being a little sad in chat as well about not having to play this map, but that's very understandable looking at what just happened. But hopefully Canada's going to be able to bring it back here with a point of their own. They're going to be next to pick.
Yeah, they're probably going to go on to something, maybe even Nomad or Hard Rock, I feel like would be their best choices here.
I'm feeling like Nomad 2 would be a nice pick for Canada. I feel like they are more than comfortable on that one. I'm not really sure if Chile is too keen on playing maps like that. The very, well, not snappy, but rather the left-righty wiggly maps. And it seems that I am indeed a prophet.
Look at this guy.
I should have done pick'ems. Why didn't I do pick'ems? I would have beaten all of you.
You know, it would actually be pretty cool if we had like a live pick'em to see what map would be next. That would actually be really cool, but I doubt that'd be pretty possible.
That would take so much work. But yeah, that would be cool indeed, like just like with football matches and stuff. But are we that cool? We are cooler. We don't need it. Also, Walter throwing in a few stats here. So it seems that both in 2020 and in 2021, Chile and Canada faced off each other twice. Yeah, so Chile losing to Canada in groups in 2020, 5-1. Then winning in semifinals against Canada that same year, 7-5. Then they won against Canada this group stage, so this same tournament, this 2021 edition, 5-4. I remember now, such vague memory on my end. I'm just not suited for these kind of stats.
Getting too old.
Yet I've done all the suited fruity so far, right? So look at this professionalism. But yeah, teams that have faced 4 times in 2 years. That's something I've not seen before, really.
Yeah, I think the only teams who could say they've done that at this point are probably Korea and China, but that's only because they kind of face each other in grand finals and then they reset, you know? So it's pretty much 2 times a year, right?
Same deal, yeah.
Exactly.
I think you guys faced off 3 times in a year once, right? In 2009?
Yes, 2018.
2018.
We faced them in semis and then grand finals and a bracket reset.
Yeah. China, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Or, yeah.
But we are going to get started underway with a Nomad 2. This map is a bit difficult if you're not used to it. If you haven't played this as much, you kind of might get a few misses on the 116 sections or some of the farther 1-4 dashes. But these players have definitely put in the practice. So hopefully we can for some good performances.
Mortals such as I wouldn't really be able to play this as well anymore, but looking at these guys play is absolutely miraculous. Brings me back
You
to
see the
good old
first
times.
misses from Watami Goose XD on that little stack, but it is traded quickly after by Unlucky W.
So that's going to level out pretty easily over here. It's going to get a little bit more intense soon enough. But yeah, scoreboard's flicking. It's going to go towards Chile for the time being now, especially since Unlucky W is going to miss another time there for Canada. Dewey, Henrik, Eldenel, and Pikarat still doing really well though so far. And we'll see how long they'll be able to last. It seems Eldenel won't be able to last, and so doesn't Pikarat. Both are going to miss in Canada. Taking back that lead quite strong over here, as you can see. That bar is going towards Canada quite fast. With Watamagoose missing, that's going to increase even further.
Oh yeah, that score is going to go huge in a few minutes. Even with another miss from Pekarat, that score is going to go into 100,000, 200,000 really quick.
Yeah, another miss for Eldenel too, so it's not really getting any better over there for Chile. No 200 combos to be seen yet. Watamagoose is getting close, but it's still very nice for Canada in this position here. Watamagoose with a miss together with Unlucky, so that's going to level out, but it's going to be unfortunate for Chile to see that they have 0 combos at 200 if they just look from tap. Actually, Pekarat did reach 200 by now, but it's not enough to carry the entire weight here.
200,000 points almost at this point, and they still have the combo advantage. You know, something that also kind of struck me as interesting was that they kept Henrik in for this map. Even though he had a really, really bad performance on the last map, he's still SSing already still. So
yeah,
seems like
way more his type of thing. Fui, same story, and they're both going to miss simultaneously after saying that. That's unfortunate. So does Unlucky W, but it's not quite enough for Chile to come back, I think. But Watamagoose and Pekarat also miss, and Eldenel. So everything has reset, and there's no opportunity for Chile to do anything here. That could have been it, but they wasted that chance there. And
yeah,
Canada's probably going to cruise it from here on.
Yeah, it does seem like it was a pretty good pick. You know, with the way that Chile's performing on this, you kind of have to wonder, would this have been the proper ban like we were saying earlier? Because me and you both thought Nomad 2 probably would have been a really good ban.
Yeah, and they picked the first map of the match too, so
yeah.
You can see that Canada knew. They knew that this would be a nice pick, and turned out to be that case exactly. 210,000 points of difference, almost 210,000, 206,000 to be exact. So nicely played there by Canada. Bit of a struggle there in the middle for Unlucky W, but that miscount is mostly due to the fact that he missed a stack, so it doesn't
and he
really
also
represent.
forgot to switch the skin too, he says.
Ah, that's unfortunate. But they won anyway, so 1-1 on the scoreboard, and Chile will be next to pick. I'm wondering if they're just going to continue the hidden streak. I do feel that it would make sense. They did. Oh, they already picked hidden one before I even was able to finish that sentence. There you go.
Yeah, they probably saw how Henrik did and was like, man, this guy's good on Nomad. Let's keep him off Nomad, put him on hidden. Yeah.
They are going to swap out Henrik there, so that makes a lot of sense. I'm not entirely sure who they'll sub in, but...
Yeah, I don't know, maybe... I'm trying to think. Maybe Fuhi would play this, because he did play hidden last week, but... Honestly, that map was more of a skill kind of map. This map is definitely more of a reading type of map, so it'd be a bit interesting to put Fuhi in. I wouldn't be super surprised, but it'd definitely come as a bit of a shock.
Yeah, the only saving grace for this map for people like Fui is the fact that it's AR9, so it's fairly readable. Yeah, but otherwise the map is very technical still, so it's not really something that they enjoy playing too much. And now we're just waiting for Canada to sub in the last play. I'm not entirely sure they communicated this one, but Henrik is not going to do it. Yoshi Green here to take the torch from Henrik. He's going to play this one, it seems.
Yeah, seems like a suitable replacement. Henrik also saying in the chat, team, someone sub me. He's like, I don't want to play this no more. Get this mod out of my face. You know, maybe he should join either Team Russia or Team Oh, I already forgot who they played. Man, my memory is
Russia and
slipping.
Italy played.
Yeah, maybe you should join Russia or Italy because they don't want to play it either.
And they didn't. They absolutely didn't. That was a fun game though. That went to 7-4 for the people that weren't there. Russia actually won over Italy, something that I didn't expect. You did call a 7-5 win for Russia, I'm pretty sure. So that was really nice to see. Good game. But they banned a hidden map, and then they went on to play the entire map pool except for the last 2 hidden picks. So they left those 2, and I'm pretty sure those were the only picks left. Maybe like a nomad as well, but they
were the only ones.
refused to play hidden at all costs. So
anyways, we are getting going. Could usually see a few early misses, as we do see some from Pekrat and Zakarian and Unlucky W all in the intro. Pretty surprising.
Multiple misses there for Pekrat, 3 already, and Lechu also missed the game. Honestly speaking, I want to mention this too. Canada might have a shot at this map, considering the performance that Zakarian and Lucky W had on the previous hidden pick, which was a 8-point frame. This could very well work out in their favor if it all goes to plan. Lechu with more misses too. Eldenel the only one with a bit of a combo over there for Chile. Zakarian's going to follow that up, but Canada still has a bit of an advantage, I do feel like. Pekrat,
again, Eldenel and Pekrat going to be dropping.
Very big drop for Pekrat as well, too.
Look at Yoshi, he's holding his FC still, SS as well.
Why didn't they do this in the first place? Why didn't they just sub in for Henrik in the first place for the 8.3?
This guy's kind of popping. He's going.
Yeah, he's playing insane compared to the rest of the world. The Karen started to struggle a little bit too, now at 95%. It comes down to those weird stacks that appear every so often. And here you can see him dropping some big misses again. But Eldenel and Lechu also not really holding on to any sort of combo. We only have Pekrat back at 200. Unlucky also back at 200. And Yoshi Green is assessing the map. That's peculiar.
This guy's like, alright, I'm done with this. We're not losing hidden again. That's pretty much what Yoshi Green is saying right here. They still only have a gap of about 70,000 points. Unlucky W does find another miss with Zakarian. Look at those combos on the side of Chile. They can definitely still catch up.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. Yeah, Unlucky W and Zakarian are not really doing it for the team right now. We are talking about Yoshi Green, but he can't pull off the weights on his own, and it seems that the score is going to go over to Chile right now.
Oh no!
Especially as Yoshi Green misses. Eldenel's going to trade that, but Unlucky W following that up with another pick for Pekrat. And it's too late for Canada to try anything. That's so unfortunate, but yeah, Chile is taking up that second hidden pick by a hair, though. That could have gone to Canada so very easily if Zakarian was able to compose himself in the middle of the map or so.
Yeah, that was the difference of probably a singular miss at 200 combo, maybe 2. But look at that score from Yoshi Green, 975,000. That's over 100,000 more than anyone else in the lobby. Man.
Holy moly, as you mentioned, indeed. And Eldenel is also like quite heads above everybody else compared to, you know, Zakarian and Lucky W, Lechi, and Pekrat. Already, Eldenel would have like over 80,000 points more than those people, and then Yoshi Green just decides to do, hey, let me just throw another 100k on that. For the lulz. Very beautiful score, but sadly that's not going to be enough to knock off a point from Chile and give it to themselves. Leader board seems to be Chile with 2 points and Canada with a single one. They are next pick though, so I'm guessing Nomad again. I think that's got to work out fairly alright for the most part. Maybe Dragons, maybe Platinum. I think that they are going to leave the combats for what they are until they really need to go and delve into those. But for now, I think any sort of Nomad specific will work just fine.
Yeah, exactly. I think Nomad 3 personally would be the best bet. Nomad 3 is a bit harder than Nomad 1 and 4. So it could possibly be... Yeah, it's more like Nomad 2 as well. And we saw how Chile performed on Nomad 2. They really didn't perform that well on it. So maybe Nomad 3 going with the map that's a bit more similar than the rest. Yeah, there it is. Seems like that's what they're thinking as well. Yeah, we're profits up here.
So far, we called all those picks fairly alright, I do believe indeed. Oceanus, I kind of forgot that map existed in the map pool, but indeed, that would have been the most logical pick, if I remembered. So, I wonder how Chile is going to play, but honestly, I don't feel like they're playing all too composed. I don't think that the hidden performance was quite on the level that they would normally play at. I can remember them playing so much better in semifinals when it comes down to those kind of maps, but this just didn't feel quite alright. They won both of them, but one of them by a hair, and you saw the performance in the end of Canada. That was
Yeah, they honestly could have gone either way, both of them, really, because you saw the performance from Henrik on the first hidden map. It was
Yeah, if Yoshi Green was there for that first one, that would have gone to Kana.
And then we saw the performance from Zerkarian. He had a 40 miss on the second hidden map, so it's like that could have gone either way if you just subbed in a different player. And I'm pretty sure any player on both the teams probably could have done better, because everyone can play these maps to at least some degree. It's just unlucky because they had probably the worst runs of those maps right at the worst time, you know?
Yeah. Well, very fortunate for Chile then in that case. But yeah, Canada is still very much in the game, and I feel like this should be another point for them if it goes according to plan. With Chile just not really feeling right at the moment. I hope that they are going to pick up the game a little bit, because I know Chile is capable of much more than what they're currently showing. Let's see what they do.
Map starts out pretty slow. Sometimes we see a miss or two from the first 250 combo, but usually you don't see it if you kind of know what's coming and aren't too affected by nerves.
Yeah, I wonder how affected these guys are by nerves at the moment. I don't think that they're feeling all too nervous, but Chile might feel a little bit nervous considering the sort of wins that they were able to pull off just now. They weren't too big, and they know that they should be able to contest Canada quite alright on no mod, so they might feel a little extra pressure for that reason.
Yeah, but everybody's still holding on to that SS, I believe, right now. Pretty strong start from both teams, but gonna see the first misses coming in from City Pop Shark and Unlucky W at the same time, followed with another small miss right there from City Pop Shark.
Correct, and that's going to give Canada bits of a lead here. Nothing too major. A single miss there for Canada will give it back to Chile. Nothing quite happening yet, though. These notes are so stacked, it's hard for me to notice if there's any misses. And now we have a few there on the bottom end. We have OK, Mogu Mogu, and Unlucky W both missing there. It's going to level out, but again, Canada's got to hold on to a lead.
Yeah, Nokayu Mogu Mogu actually missed quite a few notes there, so it's going to be a bit more of an impactful miss, probably like 1,000 points if anything, but it's not going to matter that much in the grand scheme of things, probably.
Well, unless Canada sees the rest of the map, obviously, then that would matter a lot. But there should be more misses coming in. There's one for City Pop Shark, so Canada is going to increase that lead a little bit. We're halfway through the map. So plenty that could happen, and they can see each other's scores here. It's 40,000 points of difference in favor of Canada right now. A bit of a spinner here. The spinner might actually be important, because if Canada were to only miss once, then 40,000 points is like maybe you'll be able to do that.
Half, I think.
Yeah, maybe. So if you can outspin them by a lot, then maybe that will actually affect the result of the game. You never know with these people. Like Canada could very well just have seen the remainder of the map. Seems that they found their footing anyway, so...
Yeah, we do see that score gap is going to be just under 40,000 points. We believe it's like 38,500, something like that. Not that much at all.
Yeah, so Chile is a bit better with spinning, it seems, but not quite enough to make up for a big gap. I mean, obviously they're not going to be able to outspin 38,000 points, but a few thousand would come in handy if any of these Canadian players were to miss here. Nothing happening quite yet, as we are already moving into the last part of the map too. Two misses there for Henrik. Okay, Mogu Mogu. So again, not quite enough for Chile.
Yeah, and there's not that much time left in the map. There is less than 200 combo left in the map, so we're going to have to see two misses coming in very soon from the side of Canada. But looking at them right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
Oh, another trade. It's not quite there for Chile every single time. They keep on trading all of these misses. Exactly the same point too. It's those nasty parts in the map that seems to catch two people off guard every single time. And there you have it. Once again, Unlucky W and City Pop Shark without the final two misses. Yeah, Canada taking up their points.
Yeah, we see FC is coming in from Fui and Eldon. Both players in top slots of their team. Good scores from them.
This is where Egg says that would have been perfect, but it's not. True. So well played anyway to them. 99.90% accuracy too. So that's very similar once again. And well played by Canada, but yeah, as you can see, Chile should be able to contest Canada quite alright in these kind of maps, but they were just a little short in this one. I think that for the most part they missed on the same parts of the map, except for one miss by OK Mogu Mogu. I think that was the difference maker, because you can see that they had 7 and 10 misses, and then Chile had 4 and 7, but that just came down to missing more notes at the same moment, so it wouldn't really have mattered for the final outcome, I do believe, considering that the spinners were a bit better on Chile. That could have been extremely close.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, what is Chile going to go with now? They don't have any more hidden. They banned a double time, which is what I thought they would probably go for next, so I'm not really sure if they're gonna pick another double time. Maybe they go into Hard Rock? I don't know.
Hidden 2's gone. Unfortunately,
yeah, unlucky W. Like, man, I want to play Hidden 2. We do a little bit of trolling out here.
It seems so, yeah. But a pick for Chile, I'm not entirely sure either. I'm thinking, okay, so DT2 is going to be the thing. I was going to call out Hard Rock 3. I think that perhaps picking Converts would work out for Chile compared to Canada. I think that those should work for them just a little bit better, but not entirely sure on that either. Maybe Canada has improved quite a lot on Converts too, as they have on a lot of fronts. So, Double Time 2, it's a Dave map. I mean, most old players are in the end of Chile, so it should be a bit more natural for them to play this map compared to the Canadian players. Especially this sort of Double Time map that's AR 8.4. Not quite like super hyperly fast or anything. So
I do know that these Canadian players definitely can't play this. I know that Zerkarian also loves playing stuff like this with double time. So maybe they could pull up a pretty good fight on this. We'll have to see.
This entire match was fairly closely matched, I would reckon. Like, Hidden was closer than I expected it to be anyway. I expected Chile to be a lot stronger there, but it seems like Canada was almost able to get both points there. And anything else so far was fairly close except for No Mod 2, and that was just a sheer matter of Chile not being able to be quite as fast with those left-rights as Canada. And that seems to be quite common for Chile in these tournaments. They seem to be really good in solo play, but their skill level on tournaments are just not really translated that properly. Even though they're still really good. It's not like Germany where you have super good players that just really can't play tournaments all too well. They can still play alright in tournaments, and that's why they can still get like podium places every so often, but it still feels like it's only 70 or 80% of their entire capacity, which against Canada, you'll need 100%. So hopefully they'll be able to do 100% here, and hopefully Canada will do the same, because I wonder if they can do this really well. So you said Zerkarian is good in these kind of maps. I wonder if Lucky and Henrik are the same. Pekkaret here with early misses at the start.
You know, this map is probably the hardest double time in the pool. It requires a bit of a different skill set than you would normally see. We're seeing quite a few misses from Chile right in the start.
Yeah, Eldenau with a few misses here. Using quite consistently. City Pop Shark also dropping that combo. So Henrik also missed for Canada a little later
Chile
on.
Already.
Yeah, Zerkarian is doing really well. So you are correct in that sense, and that's going to give Canada the lead that they need right now. Double miss there from Lucky Zerkarian. Probably going to give it back to Chile if they keep on holding on, but they don't. City Pop Shark with more misses. Elnel going back to the 200 soon. Pekkaret has also been able to compose himself very nicely. And then Lucky W, Henrik both missing there. Elnel and Pekkaret both missing. And Zerkarian. We only have City Pop Shark with over 100 combo. Nobody near 200.
Yeah, this map can be very brutal at times because it's kind of unexpected the amount of times that you have to dash really quick in succession. City Pop Shark does find a miss on this slow part. That's not what you want to see.
Yeah, this is really the part where you need to build up that combo. You can see Canada now have that bit of a combo advantage. They're going to lose that combo advantage due to Zerkarian's miss here. And Henrik is going to trade with Pekkaret, but another miss for Zerkarian. And then Lucky is going to give it back to Chile quite starkly. As you can see, boom, that bar is back to the red. And it's not going to rise anymore, though, because Eldenel and Pekkaret are going to miss right after. So this dynamic is pretty interesting. It's going to be a flicker quite often, I assume, considering how it went so far. And Lucky with another miss, Henrik with another miss, and Chile's back As you can see, by quite a big
combos.
margin.
But then as soon as they get them, City Pop Shark drops his combo. But it's not gonna
very
mean
big
that
miss there for Unlucky and Pekaret and Henrik and everybody but Eldenel missing right there at the end. Oh, he's gonna feel good about this one though, Eldenel. He knows that he needs to hold on. Yeah, and he can just farm score a little on these notes with 200 plus combo. He's not gonna drop any of these, I'm fairly sure. He might be a bit nervous, but yeah, it's the end of the map pretty much already. And I think Canada's gonna lose out because of that. Pekaret and City Pop Shark missing at the end though. So Karen's gonna miss too, but it's not enough for Canada.
Yeah, Elden, though, you saw him wiggling his cursor right there. He's probably like, "Vamos, vamos, let's go!" You know.
Indeed, vamos, Eldenel. Well played on that one. So it did work out in the end, Chile's pick, and from here on, it's gotta get harder for Chile, I believe, to get any sort of confident win. Because again, this was a little scary for the most part, and I believe that Canada for like 70% of the map was actually leading. So again, not feeling too comfortable about Chile's performance here. Canada, maybe they're gonna struggle a little more as well in these convert nomads, which eventually they'll probably have to get into. But for now, they still have 2 nomad specifics left, and I'm very sure that they're just gonna go through those and then continue with whatever their plan is.
Yeah, next pick from Canada, probably going to be another Nomad. Haven't seen them really pick anything else. So, gotta wonder, what Nomad is it going to be? Is it going to be Nomad 1 or Nomad 4?
I'm calling Nomad 4.
I think it's going to be Nomad 1.
Woo!
We got a little bit of a
difference
between the prophets here.
Yeah. So this is how religion starts, okay?
Ah, exactly. True.
Who is Sartanian and who is Secrarian? Who? Let us know in chat. Or don't, because it's a bit of a nonsense question. It's gonna be Nomad 4. Seems that in the end, I have that one brain cell more than you.
Yep, Sarden reigns supreme. And call him a Giga Chad if you want.
Con Chad. That's what we made up today.
Exactly. Great name.
Yeah, Platinum. It's a Momo map, so that's the only reason I really thought that Canada would pick that over the Spectator map, because the Spectator map is more spaced, and this is a little more left-righty in that sense. Just a little faster, I would say. So Canada probably just trying to capitalize on those faster specifics, and then eventually they'll go for that Dragon's pick as their next pick, I'm very sure. And then from there on, not entirely sure what the tactic is going to be, because I think that both of these teams are kind of having some identity struggles in this game when they're facing each other. It's like all of their strengths are kind of shot down by the other team, and it's so close every single time.
Yeah, honestly, both these teams kind of are pretty evenly matched, it seems. So, it's kind of hard to figure out what am I going to pick, you know? But yeah, I'm a bit surprised at this one. Nomad 4 is, I'd say, a bit easier than Nomad 1. Nomad 1, a bit more on the technical side, while Nomad 4 is, like you said, on the bit of a speedier side. But the speed isn't that much, so it's not that hard for these players to be able to do. Not like Nomad 3, where it's a bit faster than this.
True, that's indeed. Yeah, they're getting slower every single time. Basically, Nomad 2 was the fastest map of the entire map pool in that sense, and then you had Nomad 3 following that up, and now we have Nomad 4. That's a bit slower too. And with every iteration of that, I think Chile's gonna have a better shot at it as well. So this might very well be a break point too, considering that Chile should have good Nomad performance on paper. They haven't really performed like incredibly well so far in this match. Not like bad either though, so they might just pick this one up.
Are waiting for that third player on the side of Canada. You gotta wonder who's it gonna be. I think it's gonna be Fuhi probably would play this.
Yeah, so, very sure it's gonna be Fuhi.
Yeah. Do you see in the chat Yoshi Green and Pekarabo saying Fuhi where?
Summon him. Call the priests. Summon Fuhi.
Damn,
everybody in chat should help us summon Fuhi. Do summon Fuhi in chat, please.
Actually, it's taking quite a bit longer than I think it would have. Maybe you might have relogged, so. We'll have to see.
He's modding Nomad 4.
Ah, yes, the strat.
The strat. We are seeing it again. Very unfortunate to see that they want to remove the strat. I think it's actually pretty fun. The strat.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, we have 2 minutes. Okay, let me play the map for 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Woo! Honestly, I'm pretty sure like almost every team does it to some degree, you know? So when you see these players pop out, they're probably like, oh wait, let me just go look at this real quick, you know?
It's mostly like when you swap from like hidden to double time, especially. It's like the most extreme example. You want to kind of get the feel back for double time before you get into it. So it's always handy to just play a few seconds of double time before you get started with the actual game. And
Definitely.
you'll be feeling a little more confident anyway. So maybe he's done that. We're back here with another match, as you can see. Canada with their pick, Nomad 4. See if they can tie up that scoreboard again, or whether Chile is actually going to be able to grab that first break point, because it's very much possible in this map. I do say.
It's a very early miss coming in from Pekarat. Kind of uncharacteristic.
2 actually, even.
Really?
Yeah, his accuracy is really low too, as you can see. 98% somewhat. It's gonna go to 99 now. Yeah.
Find a few misses right there. It looks like that time of the ender did not really help him as much as he was hoping. But it is traded back by Eldenel very quickly, right after the 200 mark for him.
And thus Canada should be able to get back into the leading position. Maybe not. Actually, yeah, that's gonna trade Yoshi Green and OK Mogu Mogu. But not again, and Yoshi Green is gonna find another miss, whereas OK Mogu Mogu is going back to 2 combos soon, I do assume. So Chile with a bit of a combo advantage. To major, not a trade there for Fui and Pekarat. But unlucky, is gonna find a miss without any sort of counter there for Chile. So Eldenel, OK, Mogu Mogu with their combos are going to be able to grab a bit of score here, as you can see. About 70,000-ish.
Yeah, it's honestly not that much of a score gap. Maybe like 2 misses, I'd say. So it's definitely possible we could see a miss in this slow section as well. Kind of even it out just a little bit.
Correct, yeah. Nothing too major yet, but the map is well on its way. It's 2/3 in so far. Any miss is really important now. Yoshi Green finally back at a S rank accuracy. He was below 98% for a really long time there. Again, missing though. Very fortunate miss too on this part. And Chile is seemingly gonna run away with it. Their score lead is building up even larger, and nobody's really missing on their end. All misses.
You see another smaller miss from Yoshi Green, but you gotta wonder. Chile's doing pretty good on this pick, but I don't think it's more so of Chile doing really good, but more so Canada just not meeting the expectations that they had for themselves on this. Okay, Mogu does find a miss right there, but it's not really going to mean that much. That's a 130,000 point gap right there, and it's already the end of the map.
I feel the same indeed. It's a very big score gap. It's a lot bigger than I expected anyway. So Chile is indeed going to pick up that break point quite handily. Canada with some big drops there for Yoshi Green and Fui, indeed. 15 there for Fui, but they were mostly focused on 2 spots, and Yoshi Green a little more spread out, especially towards that slower part. A few uncharacteristic misses. Unlucky W with only 2 misses, but very spread out again, so he dropped a lot of score because of that too. So everybody in Chile pretty much beating everybody's score on Canada, except for Unlucky W added a little bit of higher score now. Okay, Mogu Mogu. But a very confident win for Chile nonetheless, and they're going to be next to pick 2, so vamos to them indeed. I wonder if they're going to go for a Hard Rock now, or whether they're going to continue the normal streak.
I mean, they could go for the double time 3. They did pick double time last time, but double time is, on that last double time 3, is a bit easier than the rest of the 2 double time picks. So some teams have been avoiding it a little bit because it kind of seems a bit easier, kind of can get the other team, even if they're not as proficient on the mod, they can still do really well. So it's going to be interesting to see if they go for that double time or maybe opt into the hard rock like you said.
Only time will tell. It's Hard Rock, after all. So we are seeing Ascendance's pick, Ascendance's map, I should say, here. Rock and Roll Nandesco from Supercell. It's a fairly typical specific map for the most part. It's really lengthy. Well, not really lengthy, but it's lengthy. a little lengthy for your comp third. And Chile and Canada should be fairly equal level in terms of hard rock capabilities, I should say. So
yeah, it's kind of honestly up to who's feeling good on this at a certain time, you know? Because all these players are really good hard rock players. I'm assuming Fuhi will be the last member coming in on the side of Canada here.
Alrighty. I wonder actually who's going to take the hard rock points here, because honestly speaking, if both teams were to be their best, I might give it to Canada. But in this match, they're both not playing at the level that they could, I also feel like. And Chile now has the bit of momentum due to them winning twice in a row, so maybe they'll feel good in this one too. But it's the first hard rock of the match as well, so everybody's going to have to do it.
Zerkarian coming in here on the side of Canada. It's a bit surprising considering I'd say that Fuhi is probably Canada's best hard rock player, even though he doesn't play that much. He's still really good on. He almost FC'd that new Nelly map that was ranked just about a week ago with hard rock. And that's like, what, 850 PP? So that's a pretty good score. So it's a bit surprising to me to see Zerkarian coming in here instead of Fuhi. But maybe we'll be proven wrong.
Let's see if he proves us wrong here. I would have expected Fui in this lobby anyway. Not even if it wasn't for Zakaria, maybe for as like a trade-off with Had, for example.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong with that too. maybe Had is like more impressive on hard rock than I expected. He's a good player too, obviously. And then for Chile, we have Eldenel, City Pop Shark, and Pekaret. I'll be very honest, I still don't really know exactly from the top of my head which of these guys are City Pop Shark and Pekaret because of the name changes. I think nobody really does. Maybe you.
No, I know them all. Don't worry.
Enthusiast. Okay.
Yeah. City Pop Shark is a Risio, as most people know him by, and Pekaret is Nacho L.
Right.
So don't worry. Got this down in the books.
Glad to have you here, man. Eldenel here with the first miss, and that's going to give it a bit of an early lead to Canada. Pekaret following it up is going to increase that a little further. More misses there for Eldenel.
Yeah, it's a bit early in this map to be seeing this many misses. I believe it is 4 misses now from receiving them from Pekaret. And wow, it's actually going to be a full reset from the side of Chile. Oh, we still have Zerkarian and Had. Yeah, they're all having an FC still. Only 1 miss from Zerkarian, from Henrik at the start.
You're too focused on Zerkarian now.
Yeah, honestly true.
How dare you. He's doing well so far. Canada's doing really well so far anyway. They're already leading by 185 points almost. I don't want to skip over that. Eldenel with another miss too. Oh, and Canada can see.
Yeah, they're
leading by a lot. Honestly, I think they're feeling quite comfortable now. Like, I get it that sometimes when you're leading in score, you might get a little more nervous just because that difference is so little. Not really allowing you or permitting you to feel like you want to feel like you can miss. So Karen and Henrik are both gonna miss, but not enough for Canada.
Yeah, they still need like so many more misses, and that's gonna be a lot of misses. But we do see Canada does get that triple break. And as you said, when you get to that break and you see that you're up by 180,000 points in just about the under halfway mark of the map, you're feeling better than you are worse. Because it's like, alright, I can miss a few times, you're fine. But it's looking like it's not going to be that safe as that score gap is kind of decreasing a bit. Only about 110,000 now.
Still a lot, honestly. And they can see that Eldenel also have a combo going for them right now. The combo advance is very slightly in the hand of Canada, actually, so they're going to be able to increase that lead a little further, still being able to miss like 2 or 3 times comfortably. And after those 3 misses, they're going to get into the danger zone, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure if the map will intensify towards yet. I think it's going to remain fairly similar to what we've seen so far. I think that the next PI is going to be fairly similar to the previous one too.
Yeah, it's about the same throughout. It's not really that much different. It's going to be the consistency pick of the hard rock pool, of course. So it's actually very reminiscent of the last hard rock pick from last year. That was by Ascendance. I forgot which round it was in, but it was a very similar long hard rock pick. I think it was Milk Tea that it was. But yeah, we do see a trade here from Pekaret and Had. Also, Zerkarian missing a little bit earlier, so it's going to cut down the lead a little bit, probably about 80,000 lead as soon as these players get 200 combos. It's not going to be enough. They're going to need
it's not going to be able to break Canada anymore. But by this point, they already had 3 million score total, and they're not going to be able to lose that anymore. I'm fairly sure. Henrik was another miss, but yeah. Zakari's going to miss too, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to be lucky about the fact that they play with no fail, though.
You know, I think you would have actually passed because you only fail if you hit a note. If you HP drain there, you don't fail. So you would have actually been pretty lucky there, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, fairly confident win there for Canada on the hard rock pick. It seemed like they were really strong into this one. Like the first break into this map, they were like almost leading by 200,000 points. And that's got less over time, and I felt like, especially Zakarian was struggling towards the middle part a lot, but they were safe nonetheless. So Eldenel is actually rocking the same accuracy as Zakarian, but 100,000 points less than Zakarian, so that pretty much shows the difference of the score you just saw. Eldenel not really feeling good about it either. Never gotten a score below 1 million, he claims, so unfortunate.
Yeah, it's always in tournament match that you get the worst scores, you know? It's either you get the best scores and you feel great, or you just get the worst scores and you're like, ah, man, why'd it have to be now, you know?
Just tournament things indeed, and Chile actually lost their pick on that one too. I want to remind you guys of that. So Canada's next to pick, and hard rock doesn't seem to work out too well for Chile. Not this one at least. And I would say that Astronauts is, well, it's a specific. So that's a little similar, even though it's more intense, I would say. Hannah's going to opt for the Converts pick in the hard rock bracket, though, so that is definitely a tad bit different. It's a bit shorter, at 1 minute 55. It's CS is also higher, I'm pretty sure. Or am I crazy? Am I going crazy?
No, it is CS5.
It is actual CS5, yeah.
Yep, CS5, 6.5 with hard rock, so it is going to be smaller than anything else we've had in the map, I believe. We've had some CS 4.8s, 4.8 with hard rock, but nothing like this, so. Bit of a new skill set coming in this round.
Oh, that is so nice to see. Let's test everybody on all fronts, as you possibly can. And I'm thinking Canada is actually feeling pretty good for this one too. They are going to swap in Fui here. So that's a little bit of a roster change. So had.
Yeah, a bit more expected on this one.
Yeah, Chile's going to remain the same for the most part. Eldenel staying in too, even after that previous hard performance, which he wasn't really feeling it in that map. I'm pretty sure hopefully he's going to pick up his game.
Yeah,
now.
I think he just had a bit of a bad performance. He's not really like worried about it. He's like, ah, I just did bad. I'm just going to do good on this one, you know? So hopefully he can pull it back for this map. I believe he can. All these players definitely have the ability to kind of get out of that bad rhythm.
We'll only have a single player opting for hidden as well, Pekra. It's something they always do. They're going to be the first to miss as well, coincidentally. And everybody else rocking that vanilla hard rock here. You can see quite a different map from what we just saw. I wonder if Canada's going to be able to pull it off. I think hard rock 1 might have been a better pick, but it's working out alright so far, as you can see.
Yeah, this map is definitely harder than Hard Rock 1 with Hard Rock. So maybe they were thinking, alright, we're better than Chile with Hard Rock, and we want to prove it. But we do see a miss right there from Zakarian and Henrik.
Yeah, Eldenel also missed an entire stack though, so that was unfortunate. Henrik with another miss is going to give it back to Chile. And that scoreboard is actually getting pretty big over there. It's going back to Canada right now, as I said that. Fui with another miss is going to give it back to Chile though. And we are dealing with a flickering scoreboard pretty much. Henrik with another miss though. Oh, right at this part too. That's so unfortunate because this is the part where you get a lot of combo for free pretty much.
Yeah, and OK Mogomogu still has that FC holding pretty strong for the side of Chile right here. And nobody on the side of Canada has over 200 combo, but Eldenel does break in that little small slow part. Might prove to be a bit fatal towards the end of this map. This ending is a bit harder than the rest. We see misses coming in from Eldenel and OK Mogomogu.
Oh, would you look at that score swapping over to Canada that quick. Fui is going to miss too, but Eldenel is going to follow it up with another miss. And so does Fui. Henrik though, and
but-
Pekkarat. Oh,
Everybody
whoa!
drops
Everybody just decides to stop there for a second. Everybody misses these. It seems that one
He's
jump
not
seems to be
spinning.
very.
He saw that he won that.
It seems that everybody misses that one particular note, except for Nelly so far, from what I've seen today. Or maybe that was a different.
Really hard. That
It's
note
a
at
really
the
hard
ending
note.
is. I think there's only one harder note in the whole map pool, and that's on the Nomad 5 pick, and that's at the very end. I think Otto hit that one, so
Mm,
that was a bit impressive. But yeah, it's going to be
close
tying
call.
it up here, 4-4. Chile, Canada.
And again, it seems that they're going to have one of those days where they'll at least go for 7-5 score, but it would be nice to see a tiebreaker for a change between these two. Because that we've only seen once in those 3 games. Also this year, by the way, in the group stage, so...
Oh no, I bet these teams are like, oh no, not another tiebreaker. No
I know
more.
they feel like that, but we don't feel like that. We
we
can
want that
spectate, we can see and just relax for the most part. Obviously getting a little nervous on these misses too, but hey, entertainment is entertainment. Sometimes pain is involved with that. Chile's next to pick though, but what will they pick? Hard Rock? Astronauts not really seeming like a good option at the moment, and Nomad so far has proven pretty handy dandy for Canada as well. So I'm thinking double time 3 might be the one to go with.
You know, I think you go with Nomad 5 here if you're Chile. Pick the VTuber map, hope that the VTuber power comes. That's the strat right there.
Nomad 5?
Yep, Nomad 5. That's what I think.
That's a
gonna go with.
VTuber map, really?
Yes, not like
Wow.
your traditional VTuber, but she does have an animated avatar, so essentially, yeah.
I mean, some of these VTuber songs have been pretty alright so far. Some of them, like the group stage one was absolutely terrible in my opinion, but some of them are pretty nice. And this one's pretty good too, I should say.
Yeah. Kaf does really good vocals on a lot of songs. If you haven't checked out her music, definitely recommend. And they are gonna pick it.
It's even on Spotify. Wow. Instruments are really nice for this one too. You were right indeed, so the prophecies foretold. Chile's gonna go for that Nomad combo. It makes a bit of sense, and they are running out of options here, I do feel like as well. Canada might be feeling a bit more comfortable on that final hard rock pick. Double time, it's gonna be a coin toss. That's gonna be a very important map, and I feel like it's gonna be played in this game still.
Yeah.
Even if Canada wins twice in a row now, Chile will still have to pick another map, and I don't think they are going to go for Nomad 1.
So if I'm being completely honest, I think this is the last map that Chile has like a pretty clear advantage on. The last double time pick is a bit 50-50. Last hard rock pick, I'd say is a bit Canada favored, and then Nomads are going to be Canada favored as well. So it's going to get a bit interesting here towards the end of the stretch.
They are swapping at Elden for the first time, I'm feeling, right?
I think so.
Maybe a good option. Honestly, Elden was alright in the start of this game, and he had a very impressive PC as well. On, what was it again? Let me think for a second. On the Oceanus.
Yeah,
And,
these are two completely different maps, so...
Yeah, exactly. But he's been underperforming on a few maps too. It's a little... It's very sporadic at the moment with the Elden. He's either the best player in the lobby or he's the worst. It's like nowhere in between, really.
I do think that this is a good choice from the side of Chile to bring in these players, because usually we see Pekkarat on the top of these leaderboards. City Pop Shark also usually on the top of these leaderboards on these kind of jumpy maps. Okayu Mogamoga usually plays him with Hidden, not Nomad, but he's also up there a lot, so pretty strong roster on this map coming in from Chile.
Glad that they decided to do that.
Seems like they're all getting hype in the chat with the let's go.
Yeah, do hype up the team that you support. They are going to need it very badly from here on out. As you can see, 4-4 scoreline. Let them know. Let them know. They'll appreciate it. When looking at those VODs, maybe they'll even feel some energy right now. Who knows? Physics work in strange ways.
It really does. It's like that one anime thing that's like, if somebody says their name, you're gonna sneeze, you know?
Perhaps that's exactly what's going to happen now. Who knows? So, hey, we've been profit so far. We've been doing all right with the predictions, so maybe we are right once again. We had 2 misses so far, by the way, from Zakarian and City Pop Shack. It's going to be followed up by Unlucky W and OK Mogu Mogu. So many trades between these two teams.
Yeah, this is
like
really early. Usually you see teams FD this intro.
Like suspiciously many trades throughout all of the maps, honestly speaking. Most of the time, misses are spaced out, but not in this case. Double miss there for Chile though, and a single miss there for Henry. Ooh, he's going to miss it the second time. Together with City Pop Shark
does too. Yeah, and there's a sprinter here. You gotta stay on the left side. Hopefully nobody gets caught out by this little sprinter coming up. Gotta hope that nobody does. Please have played the map before.
If anybody hasn't, I feel it's on the Canadian side, so let's see. But everybody just has.
Let's go.
Let's go, everybody. Nice job. And the scoreline is very close. Lucky double. It's another trait there for City Pop Jack and Lucky W. Pekarad's gonna miss. Kind of gonna answer, yeah, with Zakarian again.
Dude, they're just like reading each other, like, all right, you missed, I got you, don't worry.
It's never ending. It's never ending. Gotcha, fam.
Don't worry, I won't make you feel too bad. I got you. I'm gonna miss with you. Total Giga Chat energy coming out from both these teams. Look at that score gap. It's only like maybe 15,000 points. Not even that much at all.
No, not at all. It's only 20,000, I'm pretty sure. Let me think of that meme, like, I just missed. I know. Zakarian with another miss there, too.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's gonna even it up. Yeah.
Chile taking up the lead here for the first time, actually. Or second time. I think they had the lead for like a very short time at the start of the map. It's not going to be anything major, though. Zakarian's almost back at 200. Who's there? Pekarat from Chile actually dropping, so Canada's going to be able to take it back. 230 to the map. Another Ki. It's going to get traded once again. Unlucky W is the extra miss, though, for Canada, and that's going to give it back to Chile. Only slightly, though.
Yeah, very slightly.
Ooh, still it's going to get pretty bigger, though.
Yeah, it's going to get a little bit bigger.
Oh, Unlucky keeps on missing. This is a third miss in about 15 seconds. So
that's where everyone misses. And everybody, yeah. They all miss. That note is really, really hard. You should probably not expect anyone to hit that note. And we're going to see everybody having the same exact combo, I'm pretty sure. Maybe like 1 or 2 difference. Coming in about a 50,000 point gap for the lead of Chile. But Henrik does find a miss in the slow part.
Last thing he wanted to find over there. Seems that Chile is going to be able to take it if they continue this way.
Yeah, this ending is a bit hard though, so we can definitely see some misses.
They have a bit of leeway now, especially with Unlucky W missing again, so that's going to build up to about an 80,000 points difference, I do feel.
Yeah, Chile does hit all that hard pattern right there, so it does look like they're feeling pretty good here. About a 100,000 point gap lead, and it's definitely going to be too late for a bit of a comeback here from Side Canada at this point.
Yeah, Unlucky W with another miss is definitely going to cement that for sure. And that's going to increase to about 100,000 points too, so well played there by Chile. This seems to be one of their strongest picks so far, actually.
Yeah, they're all going to be coming in at just about 900,000 points. City Pop Shark a little bit below it. That's a pretty good, like, little goal for yourself to set on this map. About 900,000, and they all get pretty close. Only Unlucky W kind of getting a little bit below that. But pretty decent scores from all players, all things considered.
That was the main difference. Yeah. Unlucky W with the misses there at the end was definitely the big difference between these two teams, and that's what made the 20k difference become 100k eventually. And that's gonna be it for like comfort picks for Chile. I feel like Canada is probably gonna get into the hard rock pick, and then we'll just have to wait and see what Chile does.
Yeah, it's honestly either a Hard Rock pick or Nomad 1 I could see them going for. They could possibly go with Nomad 6 and just say, alright, we're going all out here. Nomad 6 is the kind of map that is like, alright, you're banking on Fui or Henrik to like pop off and hit the wiggle and then the hyper chain. I could definitely see that happening.
One-man army tactic, I'm wondering if that's going to be the case, but yeah, maybe, like, would be handy now, especially at this scoreline. So, I'm still feeling that indeed, like, Hard Rock or Dragons would probably be the more sensible pick. Maybe you're right in the sense that Nomad 1 would be better than Hard Rock at the moment, because they just play Nomad as well, so you don't have to make that AI switch.
Yeah, Nomad 1 is a bit slower as well in the last map. This Nomad 1, you kind of have to time yourself a little bit more, while this last Nomad 5, you kind of have to go full speed, you know? Gotta catch those edge jumps.
But then again, I'm wondering, like, what would Chile do? Maybe if Canada picks no mode 1 now, Chile will pick no mode 1 themselves. That could be the case too.
Canada does pick hard rock 1.
So it's hard rock. It's fairly expectable. Well, we pretty much.
We could have said all
3 out of the 4 maps. Yeah.
The only last one was, I think, the one that could be more Chile favored, but it's a bit more of a toss-up. I'd say that last double time 3.
Correct, indeed. So if Chile takes this point, they're in a very nice spot though. So, and they might need it even against Team Canada. The double time, they're not sure if they're gonna win that one.
Yeah, I actually think that Canada would be slightly favored on a tiebreaker as well. They have more Nomad endgame players than Chile does, but the tiebreaker isn't that hard this round. It's a bit easier than what you would expect, so it could be that Chile could still perform pretty well on it.
Indeed. In that sense, I would agree with you. The higher end normal play definitely in Canada. So far, that seems to be the case on a lot of these normal maps that are a little faster, like normal 2. Few player swaps here. Maybe Canada has free playing the map in solo play once again.
Who knows? But he is here now, so that's all that matters.
That guys won't have to bite. You see it in the voice chat with us as well, so I just wanted to shout him out. So there you go. Fun fact, that doesn't happen too often, that the referee is here with us in the voice chats. That's only like a few people who do that, and it's always just a tad bit more cozy. So Tiger Eyes, we appreciate you a lot. You can write a smiley in the multiplayer chat if you heard that. Bit of a cozy map too, at least the sounds are cozy. I'll call this Cozy Core.
Cozy Core? Did you just make that up all by yourself right on the spot?
I did.
Beautiful.
Thanks. It has that cozy sound to it, right?
A little bit, yeah. It also is a bit of a cozier map to play. I'd say it's the easiest hard rock of the bunch. It kind of plays like a Nomad map, except it's AR10 in a bit small sample size. So, all these players should be pretty well feeling comfy on this map, like you said. Everybody's still holding that FC. Chile has a very, very, very small point lead, I think, but Had does find the first few misses right there. It's going to be multiple.
Yeah, it came down to accuracy for the most part at first, but now it's definitely down to those 2 misses from Had. He's going to miss again there, as you can see. And that's pretty important because it's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds long, this map, so yeah, we're already halfway.
Pekarat does find the first miss, but it is traded by Fuhi. It's not going to mean that much in the grand scheme of things.
We're going to do that trading thing again, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can't wait. Canada's still in the game, though. They're going to need 2 misses at least from Chile. And
that's a lot, actually.
Big miss from Mogu Mogu. Not quite enough to give it back to Canada quite yet. And now Fui with that miss right there. Oh, that's painful.
Yeah, Chile know they have about a miss and a half, probably, of a bit of a score gap right here, coming into the last stream section of the map.
Honestly, that's probably bigger. City Pop Shark with 1 miss, though. And okay, Mogu Mogu with a second. So those are those 2 misses that Canada needed. They might be able to pull back right at the end here. City Pop Shark dropping even further down. Had it's going to trade it. And Canada's able to hold on to that lead. Clinging onto it. The gap is very small, though. A big miss would give it back to Chile. But yeah, another miss there for Chile. And another one. Okay, Mogu Mogu and City Pop Shark are completely out of it, it seems. And Canada taking it in the end. There's a few notes there at the end still, but actually, never mind me. It's just a spinner. My apologies. Canada, very clutch in that one.
Henrik
FC as well for Henrik. Yeah.
Yeah. That was actually quite a big swing, honestly. We had Chile leading by about 60,000 points, I believe, going into the break, and then Canada just goes like, nah, we're winning by 60k.
Yeah,
but now we're going to be tied up.
120k slap right in the face of Chile. It was quite spectacular to see indeed. Chile with the final pick here for them. It's either going to be they'll win on this pick and then they'll win on Canada's pick, or they're gonna win on this or lose on this and then win on Canada's pick, or then go to tiebreaker or not. It's their final pick anyway. Either they lose or win on this,
that we're gonna be seeing. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing almost every map, all except for one, pretty much guaranteed at this point. Maybe we see all of them. If it goes to 6-6, which we get a tiebreaker, that'd be nice.
You're not gonna see all of them because
actually
three
no,
left.
Yeah.
There's always one spare map left of these map pools.
NA math right here. You heard it here.
We're just prophets. We're no mathematicians, right?
Yeah, true. We can leave that to the other boys. And Wolf has got us with the stats.
Sure they do. I feel like double time is the most sensible pick.
Yeah, I'd say definitely. That last double time probably be a last pick from Chile coming in here.
Again, I'm looking at No Mod 1 a little, but it's too scary against Canada, I feel like. Even No Mod 1, which is easier than No Mod 2 and No Mod 3 and perhaps even No Mod 4. I don't really think it's gonna work out. So double time, it's gonna be what they have to go for, but then again, if they are nervous, if they are feeling really nervous, which I feel they are, double time movement's gonna get really wonky at a certain point.
No Mod 6.
Okay.
Yeah, the Prophet was struck down this time, it seems.
Yeah, both like completely off with this this prediction. Chaos Eater from fans and star rating of 8.1 is standard, I'm pretty sure that is.
Yeah, that is definitely a standard star rating. Imagine an 8.1 star map in semifinals. Whew. That'd be pretty
and
spicy.
these map pools, so you never know, right?
Hey, honestly, true. That guy can pull out anything. Yeah, this map quite easier than the other ones, I'd say, for the overall part. It has some definitely harder spikes than every other map, I'd say, at the 430 part, whereas a 7-note wiggle, followed by the 550 part, where it's just a huge cross-screen hyperchain. Those are where you see most of the misses, but today we've actually been seeing quite a few misses in the intro, which is uncharacteristic for a lot of players, I'd say. So we have to see if we see a few more in the intro in this match as well.
Kind of core name would you give this? If the previous map was Cozy Core, what would you call it?
I have no clue. Honestly, core. This is like scary core because, man, I don't want to play this map because you don't want to play this. Kind of gives you the, I'm going to miss, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. City Pop Shark also missed at 100 combo-ish, so kind of was a bit of an early lead. The hard part is the corner combo you told me, right? The Carrion was
the Carrion finds a miss in this bit of an easier part. City Pop Shark does trade it. Yeah.
See how they do. Here's the big jumps.
Yep. Carrion finds another miss. This wiggle is coming up on the left side very soon right here. Wow, everybody
but the Carrion.
That's actually kind of huge. Fuhi misses the easy part. It's a bit unfortunate.
Chile is running away with the score at the moment. City Pop Shark back at 200, so Canada doesn't really have enough.
Hyperchain is coming up. Wow.
Everybody but Fui and City Pop Shark, it seems. So that's the level of controversy.
So it's not as big for him.
City Pop Shark did really well after those two first misses there. That initial hiccup didn't really startle him all too much. And no answer so far. Two misses there on there, and again from Zakarian and Henrik. City Pop Shark, the only ones to miss in Chile, and they are already quite near the ending of the map.
Yeah, this map is very dense at the end, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. And Chile is looking like they're going to pick this up.
Yeah, it's a big score difference. We're now already at 150,000 points. This is the final spinner, and wow, unexpectedly, Chile beats out Canada on this map by quite a big margin, as you can see, of 140,000 points. Well played today.
Honestly, it's just because Zakarian had a bit of a bad run, I'd say. I don't think he's probably feeling himself after that. He's like 770k A rank. It's not what you want to see on this map.
Exactly. Definitely below par compared to the rest of the lobby. I would say that Henrik and Fui were very much on the same level as the others. One miss by Fui, by the way. I didn't even notice
Yeah.
that. So that's incredible. Highest score in the lobby, only by a very slight margin, though. Only by, like, literally 1,000 points. So, impressive nonetheless, though. Well played.
Yeah,
And
we are going to
that's
be
gonna...
seeing the first timeout on the side of Canada coming in. Got any time for use it? Might as well use it on last pick.
Yes, exactly. This is the one moment where you should use it. They have 2 maps left to choose from, so that's Dragons and Patchworks Chateau. Then again, we already had a feeling that Double Time would probably favor Chile, but Dragons might be pretty close too, especially in the position that Canada is in right now with the nerves and everything. Dragons might be a very close call.
Yeah, honestly, both these maps could go either way, really. The Double Time 3 is a bit of a coin toss map, like we said earlier. Kind of has that one hard pattern, around 700 combo, I heard. I haven't played it yet because I actually practiced the wrong difficulty for the whole week. Oopsies. But
I wanted to clap on mic right now, but I have like the noise filter on and I can't turn it off because then my voice gets all weird, so just assume I'm clapping too.
But yeah, these maps could go, honestly, either way.
And it's gonna be Dragons. I think all 3 of the final maps could have gone either way for either team. And Chile was just, well, not really lucky. They definitely beat Canada quite nicely on that normal 6 there, but lucky in the position that they are now in. I feel that they're less nervous at the moment, and Canada.
I mean, they're fighting for their spot in CWC at this point. It's match point.
Exactly. Another nice spot to be in losers bracket and everything. First time that they are in this spot too, I'm pretty sure. So see how they respond to Chile here. Well, Canada's pick here, but Chile's performance. I wonder how they. I think both are gonna perform a little below par on this one. Seems to be logical to me, anyway.
Could possibly happen. I think that Unlucky W, this is kind of map that they're pretty decent on for the most part. Gotta wonder who's gonna be that last member coming in for side Canada. Could be Fuhi, could be Circarian. Not really sure. Usually you see Fuhi on the kind of faster maps, like we see on the last one, Nomad 5. This is a bit of a slower one, a bit more tempo based, so we might see somebody else come in.
Actually, a proper map for this song as well by Spectator, by the way. I like Dragons a lot. Thank you, Spectator. They might still be in chat, I don't know.
If he is in chat still, I'm gonna tell him, go to bed. It's too late for you.
That's true indeed, you should go to bed anyway. Well, not now, you can still watch as we might move into a tie-wreck. You never know, right? Right?
Honestly, pretty possible.
Yeah, again, maybe Fui is playing some solo player right now.
Song is so good. And nostalgic.
Yeah, true. This is one of the first maps, well, not the map, it's one of the first songs I played when I got into OC Cast as well. It was popular at the time, I'm pretty sure, Dragons. Not sure which difficulty it was again, but it was like a old specific, I think. And there was another song with like the same background too. I'm rambling right here, but we're waiting anyway, so I'm just trying to get the memory back in front of me, see what it was. But this map in particular, it was either a convert or a very old specific.
Yep, very old.
It was one of
convert, I believe.
That might be the case, yeah. I'm too anxious, I need to look it up now.
Go do it. You got time.
Exactly. Maybe it was by Charles 445? I think so. Yeah, I think it's the one by Charles 445.
Oh, I think
yeah,
that might be.
Yeah, it's that one for sure. time of play, 30th of November 2015. Yeah, it's definitely that one. Good times, good times. OC has been a part of my life for over 1/3 of my life. It's insane. And for these players, it's like been a part of them for even longer, especially in the end of Chile. Here we have the roster for Canada. Anyway, Yoshi Green, Henrik, and Unlucky W are going to be playing this. A bit of a peculiar setup. No Fui and no Zakarian to be seen here. We have Chile with Pekared, OK, Mugu Mugu, and Eldenel. That's fairly expected though. Pekared has actually been playing most of these maps too, so big shout out to them. OK, Mogu Mogus. Yeah, it's been much a four-man team for either team here. Well, 5-man for Canada, I should say, actually. And the 4 people are the main players there for Chile for the most part of the match.
Yeah, honestly, all these players really good, really deserving of this spot in this match. And it's kind of sad that we have to see one of these two teams dip out of the World Cup this weekend.
That's just the way it is, right?
Yeah, honestly.
Woohoo! Okay, good luck to both teams. Let's see if we're going to see a forced tiebreak here by Canada or whether Chile's going to run away with it 7-5. This is what it comes down to. Pekared with a very early miss there. Honestly, I don't know which team to call right now. Eldenel with a miss too, so it's very early on, but it's quite telling. I would say that they might be quite nervous anyway, Chile that is. I don't know what it is with Canada, but they always come across as so uber relaxed. I don't know, they always do. They're probably not, right? Nobody's like fully nerveless when playing these kind of matches, but they always come across as if. Okay, Mogu Mogu and Yoshi Green are going to be trading here. So that's the first trade we're going to have here. Trade offer. Yoshi Green for OK and Mogu Mogu.
Oh no, you're bringing that one into here too.
I mean, it happens so often. You kind of run out of chat things eventually.
Yeah. That's true.
Almost 1/3 in, and so far Canada has been holding on to a bit of a lead. It's about 40k. It's going to increase even. No, it's not going to increase any further. We have that trade offer once again.
You know, Conrad, sorry, I have to ask, are you a 7-5 fan or an average tiebreaker enjoyer?
I'm an average tiebreaker enjoyer
Let's
for
go.
sure, right? And so are you. And so is Chad, I'm pretty sure. Big
Yeah,
misses there for OK Mogu Mogu.
Yeah.
Yoshi Green
Trade
also
with
still on
Henrik,
Twitter.
though.
Oh, it's trade with Henrik, but that's actually good for Chile because they have the combo advantage. This is a very easy part. So they can accumulate a bit of score here. They are not going to be able to overtake Canada quite yet, but they got a little closer. Elbenel, very incorrect miss there though. It's gonna intensify a little towards the end in about 5 seconds. As you can see, more misses there for Eldenel. Nobody else. Oh, Yoshi with a final note. Looks like Canada is still in that driver's seat. But it can still change really rapidly. Like 2 misses on the end of Canada and Chile will have it back in no time. Bits of the map left. Only 1/4. It's looking like we are working towards the tiebreaker so far, ladies and gentlemen. It might happen. I'm getting a little bit nervous over here too. Hands are sweaty. Okay, Mogu Mogu with another miss there for Chile. And Henrik is going to trade it for Canada, but it seems that there's not enough map left for Chile at this point. Pekared with another miss.
Oh boy.
It's looking like Canada's going to take it. Yoshi Green, very big miss, but is it enough for Chile? Not quite yet. They can still make a comeback if Canada misses twice in a row right now. Yoshi Green with big and a lucky W! Seems that Chile might be able to overtake right at the end. Oh, that scoreline is creeping towards their side, and they might have enough map left. It seems like it. The blue bar's diminishing. And Pekared misses right at the end with Eldenel. Canada struggling here with the last breath. And they are able to take it. But whoa, if those 2 misses at the end didn't happen, that would have gone to Chile, I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness.
They threw it at the last 10 seconds.
Oh. Whoa! Okay, Chile, you're giving me a bit of cardiac arrest there. Canada doing the same, honestly. But, oh goodness, that was incredibly close. Canada almost lost that one. And they were out of the tournament, but now they have a tiebreaker. And they have a shot at it once again, because this tiebreak, we both feel like will favor Canada for the most part. But, oh, these Chilean versus Canadian matches, always so good. Always so wonderfully good.
Oh man, this is honestly the best match so far, I think, that we've had in this tournament, if I'm being honest.
With the history behind these two teams, that's all. You know, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be. Alpha Omega, my Jamesy. And Dust.
Yep. Oh man, you just gotta wonder. This map is honestly, it's gonna be rough for these two teams. I feel could honestly go either way. Chile has shown that they're not slacking on Nomad as much as I expected them to, at least. And Canada always, of course, gonna be pretty decent at these endgame Nomad maps. So it could still really just go either way.
I wouldn't say that the map just now is very representative of what will happen on this one. I don't think so. But Chile has been alright with Nomad for the most part of the game. The only one that they lost really badly to is Nomad 2, which we both expected to happen. Anything else, though, the scoreline has been really close every single map, really. Scrolling back through that multiplayer lobby, most scores are within the 50,000 range, really. And this one was 24k once again. Only because of those two misses at the end. Otherwise, it might have been like 10k in favor of Chile, right? So, the way this will end, I'm not sure yet. Who do you predict? If you had to, like, if I pointed a gun at your head right now.
Oh no, don't do this to me.
Water gun, like a water pistol, right? Not like a...
Yeah. I know it would be a water
in
pistol,
Minecraft,
boy.
right?
Yeah, in Minecraft, right? Yeah. But man, it's honestly really close. I could see Canada definitely doing some really good scores with Fui and Henrik, but you gotta wonder, has Fui played the map? Right? Because there's been a few maps that he said, yeah, I haven't played this yet, and I have to practice it. So that's gonna be one major factor. The other factor is how well will Henrik and Unlucky Duck do? We just don't know. That's gonna be unknown factors that you can't really account for. So,
yeah, I would assume that they might have, like, considering that they would play against Chile. I think they are quite aware that they're on about the same pedestal in terms
I'd
of skill.
say 60-40 Canada wins this. 60% chance Canada wins it, 40% Chile. That's my prediction, at least.
I'm feeling about the same, yeah.
Overall in the match, I'd say that Chile was slightly favored, but on a tiebreaker, I gotta give it the edge to Canada. Even though Chile does have more World Cup experience, gone much further than many other teams have. Yeah.
They lost against Netherlands though in 2017. Those were good times. That was a
good
good game
times
too. I remember being able to play this game kind of alright at a certain moment. But now's their time to shine. They've continued, they've grown even stronger. I've only grown weak, and Canada's grown to be an incredible country as well. And that's all going to come down to this finale. One of them is going to have to leave the tournament after this map. So get everybody in, let them know what's going on here. This is very likely going to be the greatest match of this weekend. So you don't want to miss it.
Honestly, there are still some pretty good matches coming up, so...
Okay, but we need to hype it up. We need to hype it up.
Yeah, we do need to hype it up. But I mean, man, these two teams... There's like, I don't think there's any...
You can't ask for a lot more.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other two teams in this whole tournament that have more history playing each other, at least in recent times. So.
Well, the obvious China and South Korea. That's going to be a little bit more history behind those two.
We're not getting that right now, though.
We're not quite as that.
If that's all, I'm wondering if China's going to make it out of the loser bracket. You never know.
You never know. Gonna get a nice, slow intro. Build up the nerves a little bit for these two teams, if they're already not nervous enough. If you're rooting for Canada, say, let's go Canada. If you're rooting for Chile, vamos Chile, viva Chile. Or you're spamming the chat. Don't spam it too much, but, you know, let them know that you support them.
If you support both, then you should dip your nachos into maple syrup, and that'll be the end of it.
I wonder how that would taste.
Maybe that's the peace treaty that they need after this map.
honestly.
Ooh, getting a little
Everybody's still
sweaty as well.
holding relatively strong.
Yeah, well done by
Getting
everybody
the
so
first
far.
hard parts of the map.
500 combo on everybody's end. No misses yet, but there's 2 for Pekka. Red and City Pop Shark Canada with the early lead. Nothing too telling yet though. There's a lot of map left here.
Getting into another slow part right here.
Well done so far.
All
Canada.
players on the side of Canada holding the SS.
Yeah, very little to say about them right now. City Pop Shark and Pekka Red are both back at 200, but City Pop Shark with such a weird miss. Oh no!
That's got to be nerves at that
It
point.
has to be. It has to be. There's no other way. Or lag, but anyway, that's the last thing that Chile needed right now. Canada's lead is becoming quite alright, as you can see, of about 60,000, 70,000-ish. That's actually
building.
quite major. Considering their skill ceiling with more miss for Pekka. Correct.
1,000 combo mark right now.
Yeah, incredible. Eldenel's the other one to say the same there for Chile. Is Canada's going to run away with it like this? I mean, they have incredibly strong normal
it's
players, so I wouldn't be surprised to see 1 FC, or maybe even
We're
more.
already halfway through. And we do know
Exactly.
that multiple FCs on tiebreaker.
And there's your last FC gone for Chile, and Canada's looking incredibly good. Henrik is going to follow that up with a miss of their own, but still, the score difference of about 80,000 is very good for Canada right now. Eldenel and Henrik again trading there. Pekka is going to miss 2.
Fui and Unlucky W just holding still. They're not missing.
Those left rights were done so magically by them too. And Pekka and Eldenel still not a 2 in the combo. Henrik is getting a little closer there as well. City Pop Shark doing quite alright by now. 700 plus combo. Big drops are needed from the end of Canada for Chile to come back on this one. But you know what happened on Dragons right at the end too. And the higher your combos, the more nervous you get as well, I feel like.
Yeah,
so at 1600, big
That's a double
misses
miss
there
from Canada.
indeed. Fui with 2 misses, Henrik with a single one. Pekka did a miss
more
from the end
full
of Chile
combos.
as well.
No combos at all.
And a lucky missed as well, yeah. I missed that on stream, but oh, Chile's able to pull up a bit of score here.
Eldenel
Eldenel
does
missed
trade
though.
it. Yeah.
But Fui also missed a little earlier on. Unlucky W with big misses once again. Chile is working his way back. Pekka and Eldenel both missing though. And we only have...
last hope for Chile right now.
Exactly, we only have City Pop Shark and Henrik, a 200 plus combo at the moment.
Canada
Oh.
does see that they're up by about 60,000 points in this last maybe 1 minute of the map, but they have no combos. They don't have the combos. Well, they do have the combos actually. Wow, I didn't notice that Chile was that low on the combos. They just
Yeah,
gotta hold.
Canada's going to have to miss at least 3 times, if not more, for Chile to come back. There's very few notes left for that to happen. City Pop Shark dropping that combo too. It's looking grim for Canada, for Chile. Canada finding a miss 2 with Fui. 2 misses actually, but they are now in such a nice leading position of 80k. Pekka and Eldenel missing together with Unlucky W. Henrik holding strong. And I feel that that's GG.
Canada takes it. 7-6 on the tiebreaker. Canada lives another round. Wow.
Canada taking their revenge on this group stage that they lost on versus Chile. 5-4 with another tiebreaker. 7-6. Incredible gameplay by both of these teams. I'm so happy to have witnessed this game. So magical. Well played to both of these teams. Incredible play.
Yeah, great plays, honestly, like you said. And man, these two teams, they've been fighting for 2 years at this point. This is just the latest match of all 4. Man, you can just see that how equal they are in skill. All these maps have been decided by very few points. And coming in with the tiebreaker, it's all about who can perform on the best on that one map. And this time it was Canada.
This time Canada will survive another day. The blue team, as you can see right here, well played once again to Chile. And they're going to have to say bon voyage to the rest of the teams. Their run ends here at the semifinals losers bracket. Well played to them. Again, strong matchups. So it's not surprising to see these really strong teams go out so early. But that's just the way it goes here in Osu Catch CWC 2021. some of the greatest competition in OSU, really.
Honestly,
not to exaggerate.
Yeah. I believe that Canada does get to play. I think it's Russia. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the bracket.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look at the bracket real quick. There is the bracket for us. So it's gonna be against Russia indeed. I'm pretty sure that's actually tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, loser bracket matches. Well, people in the loser bracket will have to play twice, as you can see. Italy, Russia was also played today, 7-4. Also really close scoreline once again. And China versus Indonesia, I wasn't able to witness that one live, but I saw some of those score differences. That was,
it was
very
pretty close.
Well, pretty close. I saw a score difference of 1,100 points and 500.
Yeah.
Fairly close in a row, too. So all these loser bracket matches have been insane so far, honestly speaking, without even trying to exaggerate or like sell a point here. They were just all really good. And that's kind of how it went. So yeah, there you go. They're going to be playing tomorrow against Russia. We don't really... Well, we do know the time, but it's not a stream, so you're going to have to wait for that, but you'll see eventually. We have 2 matches planned for tomorrow that are certainly going to happen, though, and that's going to be the last winners bracket match, which is South Korea versus the Philippines, which is going to be in about 14 hours from now, which is 10:30 a.m. UTC. And then after that, we're going to have your team playing against Australia. That's in about 16 hours, so a little bit of a break between those matches likely, and another fun thing to spectate.
Yeah, in those last 2 matches of the day, there's going to be 2 matches after that USA-Australia match. It's going to be the winner of the USA-Australia match versus, I believe it's going to be the Indonesia, I think it was? Wait, no, it's going to be USA-Australia versus China. The winner of that match versus China right after it at 14:30 UTC, followed by that Canada and Russia match right after at 16:30 UTC.
So pretty dense block there, so you don't want to miss it. And if you think you're going to miss it anyway, you should follow the channel and you should click on the bell icon so you'll get a notification whenever we go live. So you can find these kind of matches such as Chile and Canada, witness them live, which is some of the greatest things you can see in OSU. It's just really good. And I'm kind of at a loss of words for how awesome that was. So you should follow, is all I'm telling you. And if you're feeling generous, you should also subscribe if you want to, because all of that funding is going to go back into the tournament, in the pool, and all of its organization. And if you feel like it, we also have banners. If you want to look cool on your OSU profile, with a nice little banner on your profile, you can buy a banner for any of the 16 teams that made it into the elimination rounds. Some of them are out already, such as Chile, as you just saw. But it only costs you $2.50, and it looks nice, and it goes to the tournament once again, as expected. So we'd appreciate you lots for doing that. And if you don't, that's fine too. Just enjoy and have a good time with us, and we'll appreciate you more than enough for that.
And that does seem like it's going to be that for us. So see you guys in 14 hours for Korea versus Philippines.
Yeah, thank you, Sakura, for commentating. And
thank you.
Thank you much more, even. Oh, I love you, Sakura.
Oh, I love you.
Good luck to you tomorrow with your Met games as well, Sakura.
Yeah.
And I'm wishing the teams good luck with their final practice. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, I think. So, till then.
Just look around. It's a beautiful place.